it feel to be in the Rose Bowl, man?
It feels great. This is a legendary, the best bowl game you could ever go to, something you dream about, getting as a kid. And we're here now. We're here playing a great, Alabama team. It feels good, man.
So would you say you like running going inside or outside? You want to be going in the A gap, the B gap, or digging that tall sweep?
I like inside zone just because they can end up going outside. And I like going downhill so I can see everything. Outside zone you can't necessarily see everything. I like seeing the whole field, so that's my favorite.
All right, last question, man. Which lineman is your biggest one?
Our biggest lineman that we have on the team, probably Big Miles Hit.
How tall is he?
6'7". He might be pushing 6'8". I don't know. 330. He's a big son of a gun.
That's a big. Think how many yards you could have ran for in high school if he was one of your linemen.
I know, and I had some good offensive linemen in high school.
Nice.
Blake, since you guys got out here, what's the tone and the vibe been like in practice?
The vibe and the tone has been at a high level. Our execution has been at a high level. We're just out there having fun, enjoying the palm trees, just taking it all in, trying to remain calm. But it's been great. We're having a blast here in California at the Rose Bowl, so it's been wonderful.
With that revamped schedule, you guys kind of dialed back the physicality. Did it get dialed back up when you got back out here, or is that just for Monday?
Monday we had kind of like a walkthrough type practice, and then we had a good full padded practice Tuesday. We had upper shells yesterday, and so it's been good. We're sticking to the game plan that Coach Harbaugh, is putting forth, and it's been great. Our bodies feel good, we feel fresh, but we also, have been putting in work, so. I like the way we went about it, this go around, and I think we'll all be ready for Monday.
Like, I was just curious, did you catch any of the Ohio State game last night?
Yeah, I did. I caught a little bit of it, but we had a comedy night, and the dude was hilarious. Nate Jackson was his name, I believe, and he was funny. But I caught a little bit of the game, not too much of it.
What did you make of it?
It was a good game. It was a good game. I don't have really no comments to really say about it. I'm kind of just focused on my game, but it was a good overall game. Yeah.
Blake, you're obviously coming down to the wire here with your career a little bit. Just 3 years in a row playoff. You're healthy. You're ready to gear up against Alabama. Have you had a chance to think about that?
I've thought about it a lot. And God works in mysterious ways. This time last year, I was getting treatment in California, where I got surgery in California as well. So, God works in mysterious ways. And now I'm back in LA, but I'm healthy this time, and it feels great. Though my career is coming to an end, it's been the best 4 years. With the best fan base. I'm blessed to have such a go-to, such a wonderful university. It's been wonderful. I'm definitely taking these last moments in. It's been a heck of a journey, a heck of a ride.
Coach Moore said yesterday that he thought you packed more muscle on over the last month. What have you been doing for about a month getting ready for this one?
Just been eating better than ever. Working out, just taking care of my body, drinking a lot of fluids. I feel great, man. I feel great, and I had to just try to up my game the most that I could, to make sure we get over that hump this year. And I think we will. I think we're prepared. I think the game plan that we have in is really well. And so, I'm excited for Monday.
Blake, historically, Michigan football, when they have championship level seasons, they're synonymous with the Rose Bowl. Did you ever think that you would get here the way everything was kind of set up?
I never really thought about it until, it actually happened. And when I knew we were going to college football playoffs, I wanted to play in the Rose Bowl. That's the game everyone dreams of. And now that the Rose Bowl, the Rose Bowl itself is a great game, but the Rose Bowl and the college football playoffs, that's like a whole nother level, So, I'm really excited to play in the Rose Bowl, especially against a great team like Alabama, coached by, a great coach, and it's something you dream of.
Is it like a 2-for-1 special?
Oh, 2-for-1 special. You can't beat it. You're in the college football playoffs. and you in the granddaddy of them all. So, you know, I'm blessed to be here.
How often do you get out here to Los Angeles? You probably haven't played too many. You talked about, you know, recovering out here, but you probably haven't played too many games out here.
My first time to LA was actually coming here to get surgery. So this is my third time back. I came to LA twice last year, just checkups and stuff, but it's my third time back, and it's crazy. Like I said, you know what a year can do. You know, 1 year it's like, dang, it's done and over with. I was on the sidelines watching the guys. Now I'm back in LA, but I'm healthy, feeling good, excited to go.
So with that said, what would it mean to you for your first game here in LA to be successful, being that, you know, every other time you've come here, you know, related to injury?
Yeah, I mean, it would mean a lot. You know, it would mean a lot, not really just because of the injury or anything like that, just, you know, to, you know, just win the game. You know, a game that we played in, you know, the past 2 years, you know, going on year 3, just to win, finally get over the hump. You know, it would mean a lot. You know, it's not about, you know, just because I got surgery in LA and that's bad juju. But, you know, it would mean a lot just to win for Michigan. And to do it in LA and at the Rose Bowl, it doesn't get better than that.
And because it's raining, I understand that you're going to get to practice at SoFi Stadium. I feel like that's a special treat.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to practice there. I heard it's a beautiful spot. I've never been there. I've only seen it on TV. And so I'm excited to see what the venue looks like.
Because, I mean, last year you guys were 1 game away from playing in there.
What was that again?
I said last year you were 1 game away from actually playing at SoFi Stadium.
Yeah, one game away. So, you know, not that it matters. I'm just excited to see the venue, see what it's talking about.
Thank you, Blake.
Yeah, no problem.
You know, you guys have been traded what happened the last 2 years for a win, but do you think there's something to going through those struggles to get over that hump?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, the way I look at it, you either learn from your losses or you don't. You know, and I think we've learned, you know, through our struggles, you know, what went wrong, what we did wrong, how can we get better, you know, the past 2 years. And I think we, you know, fixed some things up, and now we have a little new recipe. And so, you know, I think we learned from our mistakes, you know, and going into this game, you can't make mistakes. And you also can't think about the past, you know, you can only think about the present. And I think where we're at right now with this team, what we've been through this year, you know, I think it's made us stronger mentally, physically, and I think we'll be ready for Monday and to finally just say, you know, we got over the hump and, you know, we're going to the national championship. But we can't even think about the national championship right now. We just got to think about Alabama, because they're a great team, you know. Like I said, coached by a great coach, and that's the only thing we can think about.
Like, what are your initial thoughts of Jaden Davis being around him?
Yeah, I think I already see in him how he's going to be a great leader. He's a vocal guy. He got it in front of the team with the other early enrollees, and he just spoke really well. And I can see, you know, as a quarterback, you need to be a leader on the team. You need to be the field general, just like JJ is. And I see that in Davis, you know. So I'm excited to see, you know, how he can, you know, grow over the off season. Spring ball, you know, coming in early is a huge benefit, and so I'm excited to see his growth and see what he can do, because he's going to be special.
Hey, people wonder if Michigan can get over the hump, as they have been the last 2 times. Do you view it as, well, this is a different Michigan team, you should be judged on those, or do you view that it's the same team that it just leveled?
You know, you can look at it 2 ways. The way I look at it is, you know, the last 2 years, you know, I just say the better team won. You know, I don't make no excuses. The better team won. They made less mistakes. Georgia was a great team. TCU was a great team. You know, they beat us. You know, so I say we learn from our mistakes. You know, and going into this game, one thing we have to do, well, 2 things. We have to start fast, and we got to execute at a high level with minimal mistakes. So, you know, I think those are 2 things that, you know, we've been working on, and that we'll do come Monday. But, you know, we just learn from our past. You know, we've already done things, you know, this camp, I call it, that, you know, we didn't do the last couple of years, and I think it's benefited the team. So, you know, I'm excited for Monday. You know, we don't really think about the past. You know, only we stand where our feet are, and so we'll be ready for Monday and get over there.
Without being specific, but generally, what type of things have you done different?
And one thing I'll just say is, you know, last couple of years we've been hitting a lot. We hit a lot, and Coach Harbaugh realized some things, and we've still hit this camp, but we've also taken care of our bodies. We go short more. We just go upper shells. Helmets and shoulder pads. A little more without all the banging. We've been banging all year. We don't need to bang too much. We bang Monday, but we've had a great December camp. We'll be ready come Monday.
Championship bust mentality. Does that ever become a burden? Like, if you don't win it, you win 3 times. How do you handle that?
I don't really care what people say at the end of the day, but for me, I try to stand on what I say, and I'm pretty good at it. And so, I did say before the season, it's a championship or bust type of season, and I stand on that. So I'm going to do everything in my power, to make sure, this team is ready come Monday. We're fired up, and we're ready to take the field and play Alabama. So, like I said, I don't get into what media says and things like that. Everyone's able to have their own opinions, but for me, what I said before the season, I still stand on it. It is championship or bust. I mean, my big takeaway is they're a great defense. They're athletic as heck. They fly around. They try to beat each other to the ball. Dallas Turner, dog. And one of my teammates, Chris Braswell, dog. They have 2 great corners, Kool-Aid, and just a great team. Coached by great coaches. And I know they're going to come to play, but best believe we're coming to play. And I expect a great Rose Bowl game. I expect the fans to be loud and it to be a great experience for everyone to view. It's just going to be a great day. But overall, great defense that Alabama has. I'm excited to play against them. Yeah, high school teammate. Yeah. Nah, I mean, Chris was a beast. He still is. So everyone that goes to St. Francis, is a dog at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But Chris is a beast. I'm excited to see him on the field. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's a beast. Georgia. I gotta go back and look. I can't really remember, but it was just the right fit for me. Best decision I ever made in terms of football, in terms of my degree. We have the biggest living alumni base in the world. And Michigan fans, Michigan alum, they show that. They love their players, they love their university, and they're always trying to help, any way they can. So, coming to Michigan, it really wasn't even about football. It was about setting myself up, my future family up for the next 40 years, and I've done that. I tell a lot of people, say I didn't go to the NFL next year, and I'm not even thinking about it. I'm thinking about it now, but say I didn't. I already won. I already won because I have a Michigan degree. I won at life. That Michigan degree goes a long way. That Michigan connections goes a long way. And, I'm going to be good for life. Sport management.
Coming up on a year since you made your decision to come back, what have you learned about yourself this year?
I've grown, man. I've grown as a man. I've grown spiritually. I've learned a lot just throughout the journey, through all the trials and the tribulations, you can call it. So what I've learned is, I'm a happy guy, man. I'm always trying to make someone else smile. If someone's down, I'm always picking them up. Just trying to see the best in the world, because every time I wake up, it's a blessing. Every time I get to wake up and breathe and smell and stand, I just thank God for everything. But what I realized along my journey was, I didn't practice what I preached. So when I did get surgery, I fell into a little hole, where I started doubting myself. Maybe I even doubted God at some point, and that wasn't me. When everyone else is down, and you got this, you're gonna be good. You gotta see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I wasn't doing that. So that's something I learned about myself, and that's where I became more spiritual. I connected with God more, and it's been good. Like I tell everyone, I'm blessed. Now, I don't want to say I'm glad I got injured, but it helped me become a better man, and I appreciate it.
We'll see what happens with Donovan coming back next year or not. But how do you feel about this running back room that you'll leave behind?
I think, when I leave, whether Donovan comes back or not, but they're going to be ready. Khalil Mullings, we've seen what he can do, throughout the year. Ben Hall and, Cole Cabanas, he's looking pretty good. He's gotten a lot better along his freshman year. So, it's a great running back room. And if Donovan does come back, oh my God, that running back room is stacked. And the thing about our running back room, what Coach Hart does a great job at, is just making sure, we all have like good connections, good vibes. Like we all love each other, we all push each other, and no one cares who gets the ball, no one cares who scores the touchdown. We just want to see each other succeed, and that's what's special about this running back room. And I know it could be a conflict in other rooms, but it's not in ours.
Is there a guy that reminds you of you?
A guy that reminds me of myself? I wouldn't say there's a guy that reminds me of myself. I just try to take a little bit from, running backs that I like, whether that be, Barry Sanders. I try to take a little bit from him and add it to my own game. Or, Marshawn Lynch, just beast mode, just the mindset. I try to add that to my game. Alvin Kamara and, there's a lot of running backs I can do now that I just watch and I'm going to add that to my toolbox. But I wouldn't say there's a running back that I try to be like. I try to be myself, but I try to use all those greats and what they did and put it in my own toolbox.
Thanks, Blake.